Hello, good afternoon. This is Brene Furnoy. Welcome into the studio. Saturday studio time. I've been painting all week. What have you been up to? I hope you're doing well. I want to show you what we've been working on a little bit. May not show you everything, but we did get started on a really cool painting. And let me share my screen. Now, the power is flickering over here. I don't know what's going on in your area, but bear with us if something happens. Just before I press live, my lights are flashing and my printer is like restarting. It's like, what's going on? Okay, so I am ready to invite myself. It's very quiet. I didn't start any music. I just realized. It's like, wait a minute. Why is it so quiet? Let me go ahead and add our theme music. Okay. Because I'm like, I didn't know what was going on. All right. Now, it did get really, really gray over here, like in the last 10 minutes, like a storm is brewing. So, this would be either from the Painted Pose or the Paint Party directory. It depends on which account I'm on. Join me on StreamYard. Let me click that. All right, so let me get this together. So I'm going to click the link. All right, make sure you have a good, what do you call it? Good internet. All right, so now I am ready to pop myself into the studio, but let me put in the earphone jacks. Oh, I forgot I got my tea here too. You will see why I am so excited about our design. Now let me make sure so I don't make you too dizzy before I pop you into the studio. So now, when you join, you will have the opportunity. You could mute yourself or have your camera off. You could hit those buttons. But the main thing is you need to put either your name or your website. Okay? So we're going to just lower you carefully back up over here before I hit enter studio. Otherwise, you will get all jumbled up, turned around. All right. I do believe, let me double check here. I think we're good. Yes, let's turn this just a wee bit. I think we're good. Here we are. Yep. Good. Oh, a little tea with a little lemon. It got kind of like back to summertime again over here. Let me see how we're adding that to the stage. Okay, now we do talk a little bit over here. Okay, we do talk, but we get down to business. We're going to throw a little paint around. Let me take another sip. Now, this is what we painted last week. Let me come back to you. This is what we painted last Saturday. It doesn't even seem like it's been a whole week. That's what we did. And so cute. And I'm looking for our other designs that we painted. I know we painted this. I'm looking for my little, here we are. Our other little cowgirl gnome. We took a moment and we enjoyed that painting. Now the lines are super bold over here. I may give you the option moving forward to have these bold lines. Hello, I'm trying to turn it, you guys. I'm so sorry. And then to have maybe more subtle lines. So we did that leaf. I picked up a couple of leaves because this is that time almost, right? But it's, like I said, it turned back warm again. So I'm going to place these down right here. And it's Saturday. And yes, Bob is here. I'm trying to make sure these are not falling over, but they are right there. Let's make sure. Whoop. Uh-oh. Bob has gotten caught on something. There we go. All right. I just didn't ever want to take the tags off. So Bob is here. Barb, Ross, and Bob. Okay, here we go. So just fun, just light fun. Okay, because oh wait, life can get really, really heavy. All right, are you ready? Now, I hope you went and picked up this cute design. Let me, if you went and picked up this cute design in the download folder, join our list. Join, print, and paint. All right. But Renee, I don't want to paint. That's okay. We got you. I usually always try to have something there for people who don't want to paint. But if you don't want to paint, I understand. Grab you some crayons or just what. Okay. We are ready. Let's go ahead and spritz. And I've got to figure out a way to, let's see. Let me see if I can do this. Okay, I think I got it. I have to remove myself physically off that screen, and then I can add you. Add the reference. Okay, I think we're good now. Let's go. So we are only, oh my goodness. That tea with that lemon is really, really, really tasty. What are you drinking? What's in your cup today? Or have you already had all your caffeine and all of that stuff? And you're hydrating for this self-care Saturday. Let me move that over there. Okay, so let's begin. Let's begin. I am looking at the reference. I think you can see the reference over here. All right, I think we're good. Now, I wish I could make that reference a little bit bigger on the screen, but I think it's a tasteful size. And we're going to keep on moving. It's there. I don't have to print it off anymore and have it out here. That's a huge win for me. So we did a little bit of subtle work on the cup yesterday. I guess we can add a little bit more subtlety to it and then get right onto the apple. Let me see, there's something on there. All right. And now this is index card paper, cardstock. This is what I printed off. This is 65 pound. It's okay. It's not necessarily the best for watercolor or acrylic, but it does the job. It's going to wrinkle up a little bit, and watercolor paper is also going to wrinkle up a little bit. But I have enjoyed printing this. It runs through my printer just fine, and I think it's okay. All right, let me make sure I can see my reference, and I think we're good. So I don't know what you're using today. Now remember to go grab that design. I'm not sure how long I'm going to leave it in there. We're going to work all those things out because some of this stuff is just going to be new to me as far as offering something, having it available, and then putting it up for sale. That's where we're headed. Now we painted the stem, so we want to be careful. And when we do this green, we're just, we're not mixing up any extra anything. We're just going for it. All right, so we're adding a little bit of that yellow. And we got to keep it moving. I might have to stand back up again because otherwise I can't totally see what all we're doing. And you want to kind of move kind of quick. And sometimes painting is very physical, very action packed. So now let's go ahead, let's go for it. Okay, here we go. Oh my goodness, how much fun is that? How much fun watching this stuff take place. Oh, I need to get a slightly different brush. But we're going to use this one here for just a moment because it's large and it covers that area very fast. Okay, we're going to go in here with a little bit of blue, a little bit of black. Ooh, boy, oh boy, oh boy, we went dark really fast. Okay. Ooh, I got to be careful. Let me get this up out of here. Let me go back with my green. Okay. All right. So you see, we went there right away. All right. Okay. So now we're just going to go back with a little of our green. And we're trying to move quickly because the paper becomes kind of fragile. And I'm coming right here with a bit of green right here. Let me wet this part a little bit. And we wet it yesterday. No, we didn't. No, we wet the teacup yesterday. So we are coming right here. All right, it is getting a little bit wrinkly. I am okay with how this is shaping up. We're coming right here. I'm going to grab a little bit of blue. I'm going to grab just a little bit of black. I'm going to grab a little bit more green. Grab a little bit of water right here so that transition will be nice. And we're good. Yes, my paper is very wrinkly. So I think this will work better for like one of the smaller ones. All right. Look at that. Oh, so much fun. So I'm coming in here with a little bit more bold color. All right. And now I'm just going to wash this right here. All right, so that should start feeling nice and three-dimensional. We really need to come back up over here in this area. Take that down a few notches, neutralize it out a little bit too. All right, maybe that's a little too much, but we're going back and forth. We are in here dancing. All right, I do not like the way this paper is handling this paint. Now this looks darker than what it really is, but my goodness. We're going to leave that alone. Let's smooth this out right here. Okay. And that happens pretty quickly. So it is a lot brighter in person than what it's appearing on the screen. Boy, that was fun. That was a nice, fun ride. Now we can add a few more subtleties. And what I'm going to do is in this little area right here, I'm going to grab a little bit of this black, grab a little bit more water, okay, and we're going for some of these subtleties here. Let me make sure I can see it. Oh, what an exciting ride. Let me get another swig. Now you can, of course, make this any color that you'd like. I'm looking for some of the subtle details right here. Ah, there's the storm. I hear it out here now. Coming back up over here. And I'm just looking for some of the shapes, some of the lines. Because you really want to eliminate the bright white in some of the shadow areas and only have where they need to appear. All right, so I'm okay with taking this one out here. Oh, what a nice quiet rain. Okay, so we are okay with that. We're going to come below here again. And knock that down just a little bit more. And I'm looking a little bit, I'm painting a little bit. I am really looking at my reference image right here. All right, just to make sure that shadow is right where it needs to be. There we go. How exciting is that? Okay, so I still have some of this color in my brush, but I'm trying to eliminate some of this white over here. Except right on the brim right here. Okay, let's go pick up a little bit more color. So that's kind of shaded right here. All right, so our little teacup. I'm gonna come back up over here again. Add a little bit more shading here. And you see I add some water to try to soften that up a little bit. All right, so I'm okay with that. Our little teacup with an apple in it. How cute is that? Trying to see if there's anything else I want to do. I could go ahead and knock all this right back down here. Let me go ahead and add, let me clean out my brush. Let me add a little bit more water down here. And I'm just gonna unwhite this area. All right, so we're just gonna go back up over here, and it'll have some of the same kind of cool. Let me make sure we've got enough here because it does not need to be bright white. We want every attention on this apple. And teacup. So that knocked it down. That toned it down just a little bit. Not drastically, but now it's not that bright white paper anymore. Let's get rid of this back here as well. Right there where that sky meets the table. It's kind of whimsical, but it's there. Okay, so we did that. Let's see if we could smooth this part out. All right, doing a few little subtle things back here. Let's see where the sky meets the tablecloth. All right, so we have Now see, I already know this is going to dry with a harsh line, so I got to go up a little bit to pretend that that's all and kind of meld it together. So I think that softened that edge up just a wee bit. Let's go ahead and do it for real. All right. So we don't quite know where the edge of the paper starts. Not the paper, the tablecloth. It's kind of modeled up in there, but we don't want to mess around with that too much. All right, so I think some of the subtleties are good. I know that I need to add something more here to give this more of a turn. Let me get a little bit of this warmth over here, and let's go for it. Don't want to be too drastic with it, but in the shadow, all right, everything is not going to be that bright. Let's see. Oh, we got too much yellow. Let's. Oh, did I think I just dipped into my tea. OMG, I guess that's it for that. No matter how delicious it was. Ooh, honey, we sure did. I I sure did. And I can't blame anybody. I'm just gonna go ahead and knock this down right here. Ooh wee. Trying to move too fast. Ooh, now I'm upset. Because that's a perfectly good cup of tea, y'all. All right, so we're adding a little bit of subtlety to the handle here. And I think you can see that that does kind of help with the three-dimensionality of all of it. So we're coming right back here, knocking that down a little bit, coming back up over here, inside. Just letting it soak on into that paper right here. That adds a bit of three-dimensionality as well. And I hope you could see these subtle changes. And if not, go back and press the replay a little bit. So those little quiet, boy, we just went for it right here, didn't we? That really does help. Push that back. Right here underneath this lip right here. We're gonna leave it alone here in a moment. Because none of this needs to be bright white over here. We want to save the bright whiteness for right here and right here. I'm just knocking it. Oh Lord, am I dipping in the right thing now? Okay. Yes, here we go. Now just pushing it a little bit further. Okay. Okay, now that's feeling. I wish I could just flatten this out a little bit. It's in kind of shadow a little bit right there. So it's not as dark as it seems. It's just the way the studio lights are. Let me see if I turn it upside down. Well, it still has this kind of dark crease to it. But it has buckled up something terrible, you see. So maybe for the larger paintings, we may have to try to stick with watercolor paper or maybe not wet it as much. I I go in, okay? So I don't like this bright white right here, so let me knock that down. a little bit because that does not need to be bright white. That makes this pop a little bit more. Oh, how delicious. Okay. Well, I guess a little paint won't hurt. All right. Well, we did that. We're done. We're gonna let that dry, and then sometimes some of the subtleties. Uh, Let me see if I can remove that. There we go. We're good now. Cool. Well, I like to have the bonjour back there. Now, I showed my students that, you know what, before I come to work, I'm working. I don't know if you could see, it's not as bad as it seems, but if you have a little oil pastel or something, once it dries, oh boy, well, the apple is kind of glowing. So nice. And then the plate and the saucer. I may have to look and see if there's a way that I could print it bold like this and then maybe print it at maybe 50% so that we could see the subtlety of the paint. Well, I am done with that. That part of the broadcast is officially over. All right. So what I may do, I may stop it because I have some Amazon hauls that I think I want to show, but I want to end this broadcast with this. Okay. So you can pop back on if you get the notification. I'm going to be right here. I'm going to record just a little bit more, but I'm going to stop this broadcast for this painting. All right. This looks darker on camera than what it is in person. It's dark, but it's also very, 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 very wet. And then the black, I think, just absorbed up in here. So we have a little bit of shading, a little bit of modeling. And let's see, right here, I don't know if you see that. That is my printer ink. But it's not too bad. Peace to you. Have an amazing rest of your Saturday. And if you want to pop back on, because I am going to do a little bit of an unboxing. And I'm just going to be in the studio hanging out for a little while. So that might be like another 30 minutes. So I'm going to end this one. I'm going to come right back in. All right. Wait a minute. Am I doing it right?